Yeah, my name's Guy Friswell here on the west coast of Canada, and believe it or not, snowy Victoria. I had a dump of snow yesterday. Um, and today's practice will be, Louisa, hello. Today's practice will be an accessible slow flow is the intent. So trying to offer a set of practices that are achievable in most bodies, but also offering, some level of challenge as well to help us to kind of get ready for the day and open ourselves up a bit. As always, the practice is offered by Dana or donation. So if you're finding some utility from these practices, your donation is certainly more than welcome. I continue to use that money to, sustain these offerings and actually create other offerings as well. Enough yakking. Let's get started. So we'll find ourselves on our mats, and if you have a bolster or a chair, that might be useful, or a block or a blanket. All of these things may or may not be useful for you, but let's find our way to our mat. As you come onto your mat, sit up nice and tall. So I'm sitting on a bolster, but maybe you're sitting on a chair or on a block or some other thing. But we'll start from this place here. As you arrive into your seat, take a nice big inhale and a long exhale, and just close your eyes and settle in. Now, the first practice, as always, is simply allowing yourself to be here on your mat, in your room, in your practice, in your body, in this breath right here. So sinking into presence and drawing your attention more to the feeling of your breath, the feeling of your body, more so than the busyness of our minds. As you bring your attention and awareness inwards and soften, you may notice little areas of tension, tightness, resistance, dullness even. Just be present for all of that, not trying to change it. Just softening as best you can. And then connecting with your intention. Why did you come to practice today? What is it that you need from your practice? And make that more of a feeling from the body than a thought from your mind. What is the feeling you would like to achieve through this practice? And allow that to be felt and use that as you flow today. Let's take a shared breath together. Nice big inhale. And a long exhale and sigh. And welcome once again to your yoga practice. Really delightful to have everyone here today. On your next inhale, open your eyes, reach your arms up overhead, stretch up. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground or to a block maybe, and then press up and over, reach to the right, extending through the left side of your body. Inhale up, left hand down, right hand up and over. Feel a good extension through the right side of your torso. A couple times, inhale up, exhale, reach to the upper right, extend through that left rib cage. Inhale up, exhale over, a little pressure in the left hand. Inhale up, and now we'll move it to a twist. Left hand down, right hand behind, a little twist. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, draw your belly in, chest proud. Again, notice the slow pattern of breathing. Inhale, exhale, twist right. Inhale, exhale, twist left. Nice. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, lean back, hands on your knees, tuck your chin. Inhale, send your heart forwards, look up. Exhale, round back, hold onto your knees. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, round back. Nice. As you inhale this time, bring your hands all the way up. And then fold over top of your legs here. Reach your hands far forwards, as far as you can. Maybe upright, may not be. Wherever you're at, find that forward fold, just folding forwards, folding forwards. Take a few breaths here, offering a bit of compression into your hips. And then as you inhale, come back up, place your hands on the mat, get rid of anything you're sitting on, and then take yourself into tabletop position. As you come to tabletop, on your hands and knees, you probably want to kick your legs out and give things a little bit of a shake. Stabilize into your hands so your fingers are spread nice and wide. They press down and they dial externally, so a little bit of a rotation towards your baby fingers. As you inhale, send your right leg nice and long behind you. And as you exhale, try to tap your right elbow with your knee. Keep your foot off the ground. Inhale, back up. Exhale, try to tap your nose around your spine. Inhale, back up. And exhale, try to tap your left elbow across your body. I can't quite get there. Inhale, extend your leg. And exhale, bring that right knee down. Other side, inhale, left leg nice and long. Exhale, left knee to left elbow or thereabouts. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right arm across the body. Inhale, extend, and exhale, bring your knee back down. From here, tuck your toes at the back. Walk your hands back, come up on your fingertips. Nice and back, 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 back. And then push with your fingertips, come up onto your feet, and then fold in over your upper thighs, let your head relax down, and give yourself a little bit of a shiggle, a little bit of a shake, just draping yourself over your upper thighs. Head relaxed, shoulders nice and relaxed. Good. From here, moving into a salute. As you inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, ragdoll up. Exhale, stand up. And as soon as you're at standing, inhale again, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands down the front of the body. We'll do that a couple of times. Inhale your hands all the way up. Exhale, dive all the way forwards, bending your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthen to a half lift. Exhale to ragdoll up. This keeps the inter-abdominal pressure good, so you don't pass out as you stand up. And then inhale, hands up. And exhale, wash your hands down. One more half sun salute. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, dive all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to ragdoll. Inhale to fill up, hands up. And exhale, wash your hands down the front of your body. Nicely done. Take your feet a little bit, about just a little wider than your hips, with your toes turned in. Inhale, bring your knees forwards and together, hands forwards. This is called goat pose. You can rock the weight slightly forwards into your ankles, but you're trying to keep your feet flat on the mat. Turn your palms face up. Well, you could call this one swimming goat pose. So as you inhale, swoop your hands wide, straighten your legs, and now here we're flipping our hands over and sitting down as we exhale, palms face up again, knees together. So inhale, rising, flip your hands over, exhale, squeeze your knees together. Again, inhale, exhale, palms face forwards, and one more time, inhale, and exhale. Nice. From here, inhale, stand up. Bring your hands onto your hips. Turn your toes out, your heels in this time. Inhale your hands all the way up. And exhale, sit down as far as is possible for you, as long as you keep your feet flat. From here, inhale, stand up slowly, send your hands to the ceiling. Use all the muscles in your glutes to do that. Exhale, sit down, only as far as is accessible for you. Again, inhale all the way up, and exhale all the way down. Now from here, wherever you're at, take your right hand down as best you can to the floor. Maybe it's on a block, for example, if you can't quite get down there. And then inhale your left hand up to the ceiling, stretch up, and exhale, bring your left hand back down. Inhale your right hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up, right hand stays down. Exhale, down, waking up our thoracic and low back. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, down. Let's do that again. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. And inhale, right. And exhale all the way down. Nice. Hands back at your heart, sitting into the dreaded squat. Your hip socket's probably complaining a little bit. It's okay. Use a bit of engagement through the gluteal muscles to give yourself a bit of support. As you inhale, we go again all the way up. And exhale, hands come down to your hips. Square up your toes, a little bend in your knees. Jump your feet together and go side to side. Just windmilling a bit here. I can see someone typing, but I don't quite know what you're saying. I'll advance forwards. Good morning. Good morning, says Savasana. Nice to see you. So side to side a few times. Good stuff. Now from here, let's work on your spine. Again, we've done quite a bit of spine opening, but let's just keep going with that. Inhale your hands all the way up. Interlace your fingers, point your index finger, settle your shoulder. So now your arms could be up towards straight or they could be bent. Just depends on how spacious you are in the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the right as your hips slide to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale over to the left. And again, inhale up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Reach out of your right hip as well. Inhale up. Exhale left. Nice. Now inhale, come up. Separate your hands, settle your shoulders. We're going to wake ourselves up a bit more. Inhale into a back bend, hips forward, chest up. And as you exhale, bend your knees and swing your hands behind. Whoosh! Inhale all the way up into a back bend, hips forward, chest up. Exhale. Whoosh! Again, inhale all the way up and back. Exhale. Again, inhale up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale up and back. And exhale. Good. Inhale all the way up. Now slow yourself down. Exhale. Wash your hands down. Just slowly waking up our whole body. One more nice breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Hands can come down. From the top of your mat, take a big inhale. I'll go from up here. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, dive all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to take just your right leg back, a long step, with your right toes tucked and your right knee down onto the mat. Now, if that knee is a little bit cranky, take something soft like a blanket or something and place that underneath your knee. Now, wave yourself forwards and really compress into that left ankle. You can feel it into your left hip. And then start to walk your hands back as your left toes lift, getting a bit of a extension through the back of the left leg, so half monkey. Inhale, come forwards, compress your ankle, your hip. Exhale, walk back, extend through the heel, toes lifted. One more time, inhale, come forwards, compress, and exhale, wave it back. Nice. Inhale, come forwards and step forwards, both feet together, and fold back down. Now do the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left leg back, long step, left toes tucked, left knee down. And here, we're in that lunge. Maybe you support your left knee again. Wave yourself slightly forwards, compress that right ankle, right hip, and then walk your hands back, toes lift, half monkey, toes back towards you. Inhale, come forwards, compress. Exhale, walk back, extend. Feel the muscles on the back of that right leg. Let's do it again. Inhale, compress. Exhale, extend. Well done. Inhale, step forwards, half lift. Both feet together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, wash your hands all the way down. Nice. Hands on your hips. Let's begin to test your balance now. So balancing on your left leg, bring your right knee up. Hold onto your right knee with your right hand. Take that knee up and wide, keeping your right foot active. Smile. If you're wobbling, that's normal. Now, either stay here, keeping that knee high and wide open and nice and active through the legs, or you could add in first finger thumb of the left hand touch and you send it out to the side. So trying to get more distance between your knee and your extended hand. If you like, you could take your gaze even out towards that left hand, challenging the balance, nice and strong in the left leg, and then knee forwards, hand to hip, foot down, shake it off. Other side, balance on your right leg, left knee comes up, hold on to your left knee with your left hand, get it nice and high, and then open the knee out to the side. This right hip, this is where we got to do a lot of the work here, is find that balance in your right leg. Keep that left leg high and wide. Right hand might go first finger thumb touch, palm face up. And you get this good extension laterally across the body, trying to find the connection from your knee to your hand and smiling the whole time and breathing as well. Suffering is optional, remember that. It's my favorite phrase. And then hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down, shake it off. Let's do an internal rotation. That was an external rotation of your hips. Now let's do an internal. Bring your right knee up again. This time hold your right knee with your left hand. Pull that knee across the body till you feel a good sense of extension through the outer right hip. And then again, optional extras. Take the thumb, first finger of the right hand, send it behind you, draw your belly in, and maybe you look towards your back hand. So belly draws in as you draw that leg across your torso. Oh yes, nice little compression. And then again, hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down, shake it off. Other side, balance on your right foot, bring your left knee up, right hand, so the opposite hand pulls your knee across. So you get that good sense of engagement through the outer left hip. And then you take your first finger thumb of the left hand, send it behind you, lift up, pull your belly in, feel that engagement through the inner hip. Good. And then hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down, shake it off. All right, from here, face the long edge of your mat, stand about in the middle of your mat, bend your knees quite deeply, and then jump your feet apart. So jump apart so that your toes are turned a little bit in, heels turn a little bit out. Now pivot on your right heel to face the end of the mat. And then take your left foot and try to rotate it in as well. So we're rotating really on both heels to face the front of the mat. Bend your front knee. This is one way to get into Warrior One. So front knee bent, back leg nice and straight, arms up overhead, nice and proud. Overlap your hands, so squeeze your thumbs together. And now keep your low body nice and strong. Reach up out of your hips and then back bend. You're squeezing your biceps to your ears, hips forwards, chest up. Squeeze your biceps to your ears. A nice back bend, exalted Warrior One. Inhale to come up. Straighten that right leg. And then fold over top of the right leg, halfway. Bring your hands to your upper thigh. Get your spine nice and long. And start to really press that right foot down and engage all the muscles above your right kneecap. Pyramid pose. Oh yeah. Work, work, work. Here it is. And then from here, slowly rise back up again. Hands overhead. Bend your front knee. We'll see if you can still see me on camera here. Reach up. Back heel pivots. Lean forwards. Take your hands wide as you lift your back leg. Warrior 3 or toppling tree. Testing again the balance of our right leg. Just finding that sense of strength in the right foot. Beautiful. From here, inhale, hands overhead, back foot drops back down. There's warrior 1 again. Straighten your front leg. Pivot on your back heel, pivot on your front heel. And we'll take warrior 1 to the other side. There's a challenging little set of transitions there, but trying to get your hips more forwards. Right or left foot directly forwards. Left knee bent, right leg straight, arms overhead. Got it? Warrior 1, facing the other way. Really strong in your right leg, nice and strong. Reach up out of your hips. Exhale, back bend. Nice and strong, that right foot. Chest lifts, biceps by the ears. Exalted warrior 1. Inhale, come up. Straighten your front leg, fold forward just halfway. Hands to your upper thigh. Spine nice and long. And really engage that left foot, almost like you're trying to screw the foot into the floor as you engage all the muscles of your left leg. Try not to grit your teeth. And if you are, stop it. These things happen. And then from there, inhale, rise all the way up. Bend your front knee, pivot your back heel off the mat, lean forwards, and then flare your hands, lift your back leg. Warrior 3, toppling tree. And I like to bend and straighten the balancing leg to really build support and mobility across your ankle, your knee, your hip. So not rigid and stuck, but fluid and mobile is what we're looking for here. And then inhale, feet together, arms overhead, and exhale, bring your hands to the sides of your body. Good. Again, turn to face the long edge of your mat, standing roughly in the middle of your mat. Bend your knees, and then try to jump your feet as far apart as you can. Boom. That's about it for me. Keep your left foot right where it is, and pivot on your right heel. Bend your right knee, sink down. We'll take warrior 2. Somebody's saying something. Hi from Saanich. Yes, there we are. Hi from Saanich. It's snowing here. Actually, it's going to get nice and warm. So, good pressure in your back foot, front knee nicely bent, torso erect. Send your arms out either direction so your arms are parallel to the ground. It feels like you're drawing energy from your feet to your pelvis, to your heart, and out through your hands. Eventually, your gaze is towards your right hand. So there's a slight turn or twist of your neck as you gaze over that right hand. There's a easefulness as well. So it's not rigid, it's not sloppy, it's easefully energized would be one way to look at it. Sustaining our breath, nice and slow, feeling the rise and fall of energy. Flip your right hand up. Inhale your right hand to the ceiling, look up at it. Take your left hand to your back leg, stretch up. And then take that right hand and hold the back of your head. Press your head into your hand into your head. Really activating through the right side of your torso. Breathe slowly and calmly. That front knee is still bent. Inhale, come back up. Straighten your front leg. Yay. Pivot on your right heel so that the toes are pointing just slightly in. And pivot on your left heel. Bend your left knee. There's that same shape. Back foot's maybe, I don't know, whatever it is for you. Mine's about 83 degrees. Front foot pressing in, front knee bent, and eventually Torso upright, gaze out over your left hand, chin parallel to the ground, and sort of this relaxed, beatific quality on your face, confident and calm and ready to meet your day with strength and focus and purpose. Find that. That person is inside you somewhere. Find that person. Exalted warrior. Turn that left palm up. Inhale, left hand up, right hand to your back leg. You look up initially. Exalted warrior. And then hold the back of your head and a little bit of pressure between head and hand to assist with the extension through the left rib cage. Relaxed quality on your face, breath nice and calm. Yeah, you got it. Inhale back, warrior two. Finding that calm determination again. Straighten that leg, pivot on your heels to face the long edge of your mat, and then dive forwards, bending your knees as much as you need to. Fingertips to the floor, give your head a shake, and just go side to side a little bit, getting a bit of an inner leg extension as you do this. Side to side, side to side. Good. And then just dangle there, let your head relax down. Relax your shoulders, wide leg forward fold. Oh yeah. It feels good. It's very restorative in its effect. And then inhale, half lift, hands in front of your face, hands to your hips. Exhale to stand up. This creates the right intra-abdominal pressure. Inhale as you arrive, and exhale, pause again. From here, turn your heels back in, bend your knees, sink down. Bring your hands onto your knees. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. Just opening up that spine a bit more. Inhale back up. Left shoulder towards right knee. Trying to keep your left arm more or less straight. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder drops. Inhale up. Exhale, left shoulder drops. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, pause, straighten your legs, hands to your hips, square your toes up, bend your knees, jump back on your mat, and again, side to side a few times, creating a little bit of breeze in your space. I got my heat cranked up, so it's quite warm in here. Yes, and now slow it down. From this place, I like to use tree pose as a transition to getting to the ground. I find it a useful, actually grounding and rooting shape. So start with your feet together and turn your right foot open. And what this does is it opens your right hip socket a bit. And then you place your foot wherever it's going to go. So it could be a little kickstand or somewhere on your leg or way up high. And you try to press your foot to your leg to your foot. Keep that left hip nicely integrated. And then hands to your heart. Feel that connection from the earth to your heart. You know, a little bit of buoyancy there. And then as you inhale, hands can come up, hands can separate, and shoulders can integrate. Finding a slowing down of your breath, trying to find a place of poise and easefulness. Connecting deeply with the earth here, with the ground. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Then inhale your knee forwards. Exhale, foot comes down. Keep your right foot where it is. Externally rotate your left hip somehow, and then place your foot wherever you want to place it to challenge your balance again and to find the grounding quality. So I do like to take a little bit of rebound into the right leg to really root myself down and then pull energy from the roots to your heart, from your heart up to the sky, keeping your shoulders integrated but not sloppy. So it's like a tree pulling the sap up from the roots to the leaves and finding that lovely sense of poise and presence that this shape brings. The wobbling might happen, but trees move in the breeze, right? Breezes are going to come along once in a while. Need to deal with that as well. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your knee forwards and exhale, let it go back down. From the back of your mat, we'll step back here, take a big inhale and exhale, fold all the way forwards. Walk yourself up the mat to the dreaded plank pose. And from the plank pose, drop your knees down, flatten out the tops of your feet, lie down, and keep your hands by your shoulders. And as you inhale, root your pelvis down and just lift your heart. Keep your gaze more down than up. Squeeze your elbows towards pelvis down. This is Cobra, a gentle back bend. You can get it quite active though. And then exhale. Come down. Overlap your hands, elbows flared. Place your forehead on your hands, crocodile pose. And taking a couple of well-deserved breaths there, just to let things settle. Again, laying on our belly allows us to sense into our breath and helps to ground us as well. So feeling the rise and fall of your body as you breathe and letting yourself sort of melt into the ground. Nice. Lift your head, place your chin on the mat, take your hands beside the side of your body, palms face down, sort of right beside your bum. And then as you inhale, lift your upper chest, lift your feet, lift your hands, fly, locust pose, squeeze your legs together, lift up, find the rhythm of your breathing. Your breathing is going to be challenged here, but find a place where you can actually breathe. Bend your knees. Try to get your knees higher off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, hands by your shoulders, knees down, back and over we go. Child's pose, knees wide, hands forwards, head down. Just letting yourself settle now in between your hips. That's quite nice. You could probably do that for a fair bit of time. And then slowly begin to sit up. And as you sit up, we'll swing your legs out front. With your legs out front, give them a little shiggle, a little bit of a shake. And then 90-90 with our legs. So lean over to your left side. Bring your right foot in. And bring your left foot in. So now we've got 90-90. So your left knee is out the side, externally rotated. Your right knee and hip are internally rotated. Turn towards the left, chest nice and proud, and look towards your right foot if that's available. So it's mermaid pose. And then just optional extra, really put a lot of pressure in your right knee and lift your right foot up and down a few times, up and down, up and down. Building some muscular awareness in that outer hip. Good. Bring your hands to your heart, maybe, or behind you. And then flip over, boop, boop, to the other side, 90-90 the other way. So now your right knee, right hip is externally rotated, left hip internally rotated. Twist to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Oh, this hip knows that this is needed. And then pressing into your left knee, maybe lift the left foot up a few times just to build some awareness into that hip. Nice. And then slowly again, hands back to your heart, side to side a couple times. So either hands behind or hands at your heart. Whoop, and over 90-90. Up and over 90-90. One more time. Up and over, testing our mobility, and up and over. Good work. Come back through to center, extend your legs nice and long. Give your legs a little bit of a shiggle, a shake, and then as you lean back, bring the bottoms of your feet together. Now let's take your feet a little further away today than you might usually do. And hold on to your ankles. Lift your heart up nice and proud. And then just folding into your hip creases while keeping your heart proud. Come forwards, come forwards, come forwards, come forwards. Maybe your hands come more forwards. And then let your head relax down as you hold on to your feet, your shins. You'll probably notice this more in your outer hips. At least I do. And allow your breath to be nice and easy here. Slow inhales and slow exhales. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Maybe a little tug at the end, just a little assist, not too much. And then slowly rise up. Hold your outer knees. Draw your knees together. Again, extend your legs nice and long. Give them a bit of a shiggle, a bit of a shake. And then from that place, we'll lie down. Yay, on your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a bit of a hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then send both legs nice and long out and long. Lying on our backs. Just take a couple breaths there. Usually feels nice to settle. And then bring your right knee up towards you. Hold on to your right knee with your right hand. Place your left hand on your left hip. And then draw a nice big circle with your knee. Trying to mobilize that right hip. Going one direction only. Big circle. Maybe you don't use the hand. And then go the other way a few times. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a clunk there for this guy. And then draw your knee tight in towards you. Take both hands, pull your knee in. This is called Pavanmuktasana, wind removing pose. Really compressing that left or right hip socket quite strongly. You might twirl your right ankle as well while you're here, just to wake up the ankle. Give it a good tug. And then release that leg nice and long. Bring your left knee up towards you, right hand on your hip, left hand on your left knee. Draw some big circles. And if you don't want to use your left hand, don't bother, that's fine. Just trying to find a big rotation into that left hip socket. And maybe you go the other way. Noticing how things are in those darn hip sockets. And then pausing and taking both hands across the head of your left knee. Draw it sharply and strongly towards your left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin and then pull. Maybe you rotate that left ankle at the same time a few times. But keep on pulling that knee in towards you. And then extend your leg nice and long. Take a breath or two there. Walk your feet in towards you until you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. And from here, just traditional bridge pose. As you inhale, press with your feet and your upper back. You start to push with your feet, so it feels like you're pushing your back up the mat. So get nice and active. Knees are in line with your torso, so not flaring out at all. And some options from here. Option one is take your arms way overhead, backs of hands on the floor, and just enjoy that. Option two is to take your hands underneath your back, and typically we got to roll your shoulders under to get that to happen. Hips up, chest up. And another option, come onto your tiptoes and press your hips up even more, keeping your legs more or less in line. Maybe you do a leg lift. Even there's always one more place you can go. One side and the other. And then to come out, feet flat, shoulders release, hands release, spine releases, knees towards your chest. Take a little bit of motion one way and the other way. Good work. From here, place both feet on the mat, knees together. Shift your hips a little bit to the left as your knees drop over to the right. And then extend your right hand nice and long, or I should say left hand. So left hand extends, gaze goes left. So your knees go one way, your gaze goes the other way. Maybe you're holding your knees down with your right hand, or maybe you're wedging something between your knees for support, whatever works. Find a sense of release here, letting go of any kind of muscular gripping or holding you might be experiencing. Letting your breath rate slow down and really accentuate the exhales. Physiologically, the longer exhale is very important. It helps to slow down our heart rate, improve our what's called heart rate variability, takes us into our parasympathetic response. Many, many good effects from a long exhale. And then when you're ready to transition, simply come on to your back, let everything square up. Feel that settling quality. And then shift your hips a little to the right, drop your knees to the left, extend your right arm and gaze off to the right. And take any kind of supports that might be useful to you here. So like I said, maybe you take a block and wedge it between your knees or something like that. And again, yield in here, really trying to melt into the mat, shoulders nice and wide, face relaxed, and accentuate those exhale breaths. Relax through your jaw, your forehead. Yoga. And then whenever you're ready, we'll unwind again. And do one more thing. Why I like to do this is to just a nervous system reset. So legs up, arms up, like a turned over beetle. Roll your wrists lazily and your ankles lazily in a circle one way and the other. And then squeeze and pump your hands into fists. Fingers spread. Same with your toes. Spread and squeeze your toes. And then shake it off. Shake your ankles. Shake your wrists. Shake your fingers. Shake it off. And then lie down. Legs nice and long. Feet flop open. Palms face up usually. Big inhale. And a long exhale. Savasana. So this pose is really key to integrating the effects of your practice, to receiving the effects of your practice. So trying to remain in this position as long as is reasonable. We don't want to be jumping up and darting off and doing the next thing. I really want to sink in and feel the effects of what we've just done. It helps to bring an awareness to the tip of your nose or the base of your abdomen, somewhere where you can feel the breath, your breath. And just keep your mind on that spot as you watch your breath rising and falling. And sustain that place. I'll just offer a few metta phrases that you can repeat to yourself to bring a bit of awareness towards your heart. I'll say the phrase twice and you can repeat it to yourself if it resonates for you. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I befriend myself. May I befriend myself. And may I be peaceful and at ease. May I be peaceful and at ease. Take a nice big inhale here. And a long exhale, sigh. And thank you so much, my worldwide friends. So good to have you here today. Be well. Namaste. I will remain online here and accept any questions or comments. You can stay in Savasana as long as you like. Thank you, Louisa. Thank you, Barbara, for the generous donations. Yes. So yeah, just a reminder, if you did find some utility from this practice, your donation is certainly gladly accepted. Thank you, Louisa. That's very kind. I recorded this particular broadcast, so you can find that later online. Just follow my profile. Thank you so much, Kim. I do appreciate that. Savarna, thank you. Good to have you here. Just a reminder too that the donations, thank you, CJ, not only helping me, but helping those that perhaps are less able to afford yoga, particularly yoga in a studio context. I know around here in Victoria, a drop-in class is now $27. It's insane. And so, folks that can't quite afford that that are leaning into services like this, and by, your support of this service, we're allowing those that are less able to also access yoga, which is really, really a wonderful thing. Thank you, Savarna. Now, next week, I believe I'll be Shiggle. Next week I'll be here on Tuesday. Thank you, Natalie. I don't know where that word came from. I think it's a Scottish term, is where it comes from. Give it a shiggle, give it a shake. Up to $20 for a drop-in, exactly. So, what are folks that, that don't really have access to these resources supposed to do? Shake and wiggle, shiggle. That's right. That makes sense. I like that. Thank you, Barbara. Too bad. Yeah, good to have you here. Yeah, I'm trying to, work my own schedule, and Tuesdays seems to be the best for me at the moment. I've got a bunch of things on the schedule through November, but then we'll be probably opening up more time come December and January. So maybe could be changing the schedule a bit, offer a few more classes. All right. I don't know. The way the whole donation thing works here is a bit whacked. 27 is crazy. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I can't, as a retired person, it's like, I can't afford that. One of the reasons I teach yoga in the studio is just so that I can go to the studio for free. Got to go for those benefits. Thank you, Cheryl. Good to have you here. But yeah, we all need our yoga, so thank you for helping to support others in your donations. And have a nice week. Give it a shiggle, give it a shake, and we'll see you next time. Same time, same place. Take care.